which you get from beating it with a different. What you do is, I can do this myself, but maybe that you run through with some character. Just do everything as fast as you can. Don't do it to the end and on the easiest level, and you should get the golden nug, and then you can pass on your blueprints between all your characters from then on out and play on whatever level you want, and really look for secrets and special missions, missions that you get from being friends with your followers and whatnot. There are a lot of good missions that you can do, especially from getting friendships going with the ladies and the keep. That's all I'll say about that. Mostly, I'll say Cassandra and Liliana both have missions that can lead to some nice stuff, especially if you really search the areas while you're there. Anyways, I got a couple of messages asking me, well, what do you have to do to clear that cave so you can start farming? Well, I'm going to show you the basics today. First thing you need to do is go to the town of Crestwood, talk to the mayor, and get the key to the door in the fort down here. Then you'll need to clear the bandits and claim the fort. Once the fort's been claimed, there's a door in the back of your area which will lead you down to this bridge or walkway or whatever. It's a dam. Okay, it's a dam. And you'll open the dam and drain all the water out of the town of Crestwood, the old village of Crestwood. And that's right next door to your first camp when you first arrive in Crestwood. So, sit back, relax a little bit. I'm gonna show you exactly what you need to do to, well, clear up the town of Crestwood. So, here we go. By the way, I've got a lower level dwarven. So, because I got the golden nug, I was able to fashion some cheap versions of the blades I'm going to be making once this cave's cleared. When the cave's cleared, I'll have access to Storm Heart. With the blueprints I have, I probably won't need to make weapons again till nearly the end of the game, if even then. So, let's go. By the way, something else I always do is really early in the game, when I just get all you have to do is make a Yui here. The dragon in the Hinterlands, he has there's a little spot just past the dragon that there's a little spot past the dragon where there's a bridge that's collapsed and you need a wizard to uncollapse it. And anyways, I usually use the wizard and the little well, that ability to get past the to not fight, but just get past the dragon. And I raise that boat, and then if you check one of the packages in the boat, there'll be a really nice rune in there, a fade touched obsidian. If you just take that fade touched obsidian and don't take anything else, You can continue to come back there for the rest of your life if you want to, and take one Fade Touched Obsidian out. But it'll keep respawning every time you leave the territory. I go from the Hinterlands to Crestwood, say, and then back. You can go back over there and get another piece of Fade Touched Obsidian. And I know, well, what's that? Well, what that's good for is one of the 2 versions of Fade Touched Obsidian gives you 3 guard every time you get a hit, which is really nice to put in the master spot on anything you're creating for you or your companions. That way, as we fight, we all build up guard. Everybody stays alive longer. And you don't have to run around kicking obsidian in the few rare spots you can find it, hoping like hell that you'll get a piece of Fade Touched. Because you know right where there is a piece, and it respawns every time you leave the land. So, at like level, I don't know, 5 or 6, something like that, I have access to, I have access to Fade Touched Obsidian before I have the ability to use anything that's Fade Touched. I don't have a blacksmith with an arcanist yet. So I'm gonna skip through this. But this is a little mission that there's a demon along the way of where we're going. So why not go ahead and get this mission and kill the demon on your way? I mean, that's extra points, extra power. Anytime you can get extra points or power, why not? What's wrong with the world? Yeah, I'm gonna ignore you too. I'm gonna skip right through what you're saying. I'll do it. Yep. You at least run into the mayor's old house and grab that scrap of paper, because that's what continues the story when we come back out.
This letter fresh from the mayor. Let
And the cave that we were talking about is right up here behind the mayor's house. This is where you farm for Stormheart after it's clear. This is where we're not only going to get the demon, but we'll be closing that rift. Oh, load time in there, huh? I basically live in this cave for the first part of my, life whenever I create a character. Because,
come on.
yeah, that's my character.
Look at this. How deep do these caves run?
Here behind the ladder, there's some. Oh, it's not there on the first trip. Wow. Anyways, this box is one of those boxes that you don't, if there's only one thing in it, then you don't take it. You come back later, and if there's 2 in it, then you can take one of the 2. One of those interchangeable boxes that will respawn stuff. It's a flaw in the, well, I don't know if it's a flaw, but I guess it kind of is. It's a flaw in the Dragon Age programming that some of the boxes with the random design of the boxes is the shit will constantly respawn in it. I mean, if you do it right, if you only take one item. The bags I don't really care about because there's never anything exciting in bags, or if something is somewhere where, you know, I play the character for 100 years, I'm probably not going to go back to that area, you know. It really doesn't matter what character I make, no matter who I make, I usually just try to make them really badass, so they'll be okay on their own. Because I'm gonna take I'm probably gonna use Vivian. So I only switch to my character when I absolutely have to, like doing the last part of closing a rift or something along those lines. In this case, it would also be to unlock doors and whatnot, because my rogue is going to be the only rogue in the party. So, well, here we're going to learn a big secret, so if you don't like spoilers, you might want to cover your ears. I mean, in this room. It's over here. I hate those little witch bitches. I'd rather fight an arcane horror or just about anything than see a bunch of those bitches out. Could have something to do with the fact that I always run heavy with the ice abilities. What the hell is that? Is that it? Yep. Oh yeah. Piece of stormite. Is that the last piece we're getting from here? After this is clear, I'm gonna be coming back here to clear it all again, get the power point from crestwood, and then transport to my camp at the Storm Coast, come back, rinse, repeat, do it again. Well, at least 2 more higher tier versions of the blades that I have on my back right now. And once I get to Empress Alliance, I'll do the same thing outside of my, what is it, my second camp outside of Empress Alliance, so that I can get a bunch of silverite for Vivian's new cane. That's fire demons. I own your ass, bitch. You don't want to come over here. Looks like he does. I need some protection. Oh, that sucked, didn't it? Ta-da! And hey, let's grab some storm heart while we're at it. So the spirit upstairs will be happy and pleased because we took care of their demon for him. Now let's make the rest of the town happy. First things first, I need the seeker. Okay, get that nice and cleared because there's luster in here. Now, there's nothing really down that ladder, but I guess I'll go down just to show you that. I mean, there's a couple of boxes and there is a puzzle piece down here, but I mean, when you're coming back, this is usually just gray nonsense. I mean, I think we already have a hat that size, so don't need that. And a bunch more gray nonsense. Maybe really hard up for cash. I guess you could collect the gray stuff and after a while it'll add up to a little something. It's better just to use the storage box in the blacksmithing place to the forge, yeah, of Skyhold, and just make money. So everybody, let's check and see if we need potions. If they could possibly take a potion because they're hurting, then we go ahead and take it. Put your weapons away. Thank you. Everybody else is ready. Oh. If you'll notice, I haven't even chosen my player's specialty yet. I know that's safe, but I don't trust that damn thing. I like to make sure that everybody's filled up before we take any, you know, replacement packs like that. I hate these little spirit bitches. Do some of that. Yes, we could go ahead and switch and, you know, try to get the rift, but where are they? just about there. And switch. Ta-da. Green axe. I already have the blueprints to that green axe, so as long as I got the materials, I can make better than that axe is. I think there's something on this table down here. Yep. So now that the rift's been cleared, there's nothing in the lake causing any problems. There's a chunk right here, but I think it's great. Maybe it'll be better on. You don't just start the game with, you know, decent metal to build stuff, or decent blueprints. I mean, you can start with decent blueprints if you have the nug, but the material to make those blueprints into something, why, that has to be collected, or this is the only time I'm going to use this ladder. The rest of the game, I won't be using it. Because, anyone I'm farming. Yeah, let's get combat clarity done. Hedrick. Yeah, he doesn't. Black wall. Woohoo! The only reason I'm taking the ladder this time is because there is a rift right outside the cave that, well, it's a nasty rift actually, that needs to be closed for power points. Don't really need to get to the area really, I just want to close the area. I mean, you know, finish everything off. Sometimes there's some pretty nasty stuff out here. I mean, there could be a couple of those ice bitches and one of those arcane horrors. Nothing. So, I suggest right before you walk out of the cave, you make a quick save. That way if it doesn't go your way, you're not back to the beginning, or you know, back in the cave somewhere. Sure, I'll take some gold. Take them both. Yay! Look, it's deep mushroom. And another pot. The sigil of the Great Bear. Probably one of the only sigils worth actually using. Alright, now there's the entrance to the cave. I'm gonna do a final check and see if, well, we don't need to check weapons because I already know that the weapon I have is the best. So. Let me do that. That's my level's worth of armor. The reinforced scout, that's a rare armor. And it's a 97 with some piddly effects. And there on the right, if you passed your blueprints, is what you can do with even tier 1 materials. So I suggest passing your blueprints. Well, let's go get a rift. Oh yeah, I said you should save. There you go, I saved. If that arcane horror is dead, I'm very happy. I don't know if anybody noticed, but I used one of those refund necklaces and turned the seeker into a two-handed weapon. Mostly because the Templar thing works out very well with two-handed. Or if she does that move where she drops the you know, the blinding staff or whatever, it almost looks like she's turning her weapon into a blinding staff or something. Now you can use this area that you got from coming out of the cave. I mean, one, there's iron everywhere, and if you're going for your assassin specialization, I mean, one of the assassin tokens is out this way. But let's show you where I'm at. There you go. This is the area where I am. Ah. See? We do have to go back and tell the mayor, but I know a lot of people probably jump on that. But let's not forget, you told that spirit that you would kill that demon for her, so to go back and tell her that it's done. Now if you went up from Crestwood, there's a priestess, a chick from the chantry, and she's upset about all the dead bodies in the lake. Tiny little dark stalker, follow me. And that's what happens to tiny little dark suckers. Anyways, there's also that bodies mission that you can do here. So you can actually rack up some decent power points and whatnot in Crestwood. Of power. And some great crap that I'm not going to pick up. Now, since we're here, I mean, you can guess which one of the houses, because there's 3 houses, but you can guess which ones have the bodies in them. Yeah, I'm going to get that in a second. Death root. There it is. Great whiskey. It's all the houses that are grouped together here. There's not that many of them, so the bodies are usually piled up in the ones that, well, frankly, they look like hell. Just need that stove. Now you know that's the spirit's house and that the bodies aren't in there. We know they're not in the mayor's house, and we checked these 2 houses. So that doesn't leave a lot of choice. I mean, it is a village, but it's not a suburb of Chicago. I mean, it's not that big. And that's 2. Thanks for the gold. Well, where could the 3rd one be? The only decent looking house on the block. There you go. Now you're pretty much done. Crestwood's been cleared. You've got the base even. You go back to the village of Crestwood. Every time you land, you're going to land here. Your door is right there. But we'll finish this story real quick and then we'll show you. They're talking about it.
What do you mean,
A note right here, if I get out of my fucking way. Yeah, jump up on the table, why not?
Letter of confession from the air. It says he was one flooded over 10 years ago. Stuff like life spreading.
It's monstrous, but if it stopped life from wiping out the entire village.
That's so bastard.
Yep, he's a sorry bastard. There's a logging camp right there that I already claimed earlier. Let's turn this mission in. Hello? There you go.
I've already found remains of people who died in
Ta. Now we can take advantage of our little... Now we've done everything there is to do. We can take advantage of our little, well, all our work. A couple of things I'd like to point out while I'm here before I do that. After you clear crestwood, if you're looking to get any specific specialization, this dude sells death root cheap. And you can buy death root all year long here. And you don't have to unlock any place or go looking for it. It's right there. But anyhow, I'm going to switch to my character. When you land, you'll be standing somewhere in here looking this way. Turn right, go down, use your Daft Hands perk to unlock this door. Which if you have enough agents in Liliana's category, you're only going to need like 1 or 2 points to get Daft Hands. You search this. There's 2 really good things in here. But right now we just want to take the PowerPoint by itself. Then immediately go to your list, go to the camp in the Storm Coast. That's all you do. You just transport back and forth and take the PowerPoint. Before long, it's going to keep respawning as long as you only take the PowerPoint. Before long, you'll be able to take every single rogue ability possible, and you'll have no need for PowerPoints. And the only reason to level up is just to actually make you stronger. Because your body and everything gets stronger, your numbers go up when you level. But you won't level trying to get any points to level. You'll just be leveling to increase like your constitution and your dex and everything. Because you'll have every single PowerPoint if you just do this mission this way. I know you have to go through loading screens, and that's kind of a bore, but I mean, be bored for 20 minutes, half hour or something, and kick ass the rest of the night or the rest of the week because your character's got like all the abilities that you could want. I mean, that's not a real hard trade-off. So we're coming back from the loading screen now. Any second now, anyways. I'll have to make a video later on this other ring. Visit a ring in the Exalted Plains in well, anyways, we're back. I'll show you later. We're back at Crestwood. Let's go in. Well, look at that. Point of power's back. I just got 2 points. Want to see? Oh, look at that. Bing. Bing. What's that point? Oh, that's for coal from what we did earlier. Look. 2 points of power. Yeah, I'll take some specializations. So, now you can go get it and finish off that one. And I can get parry and its bonus, and then I could take all the, subterfuge ones. Actually, I could take every single one of them, get my specialization, and get enough points for that. And then when you have all those points and you're done, don't just take all. You can come back and then get that. I'm especially going to do that because that's for a rogue only. Now normally you'd give it to your rogue, whoever's playing your rogue, Farah or Cole or whatever. But if you're the rogue, it's especially beneficial because your own character is going to get a plus 20 and a plus 10. Yeah, okay, you lose 50% flanking damage, but with all the points that you're taking on different abilities, you're going to up your game with that. Plus the schematics that you passed, you can make a weapon or a piece of armor that more than makes up that 50% that you're losing on flanking. You can get like 150, you know, on your armor, and then you'll lost 50 of it, sure, but you know, you're still going to be bonus to 100. So that's it. I'm going to save the video real quick. There we go, nice and saved. Now I'll be posting that later. Let's go back to I know you don't want to sit here and watch me take power points, so I'm going to go back to Skyhold and get my specialization. Now, I know when you play different kinds of characters that the people who bring the specializations or teach the specializations, they're in different areas around the castle. It's like some of them are up on the battlement, some of them are in the park. I think one of the sets waits in the garden area. But I mean, Skyhold has a map too, so all you have to do is look at the map and see where they're at. These are in the normal, they're in that area over there, so. I already know what I want to be, and it's going to be the Tempest. I know I got 2 blades, why would I be a Tempest? Wouldn't I be an assassin? No. That's what the computer did with the assassin. And it's pretty lame. If you're going to be the assassin, and you want to be the assassin, I suggest you have a bow and arrow. Because the assassin, you mark somebody for death, and then hit them with a bow as powerful as your bows can be, with all the bonuses that a bow can have, oh my god. You can do mass damage. I'm going to use the whole idea of the DPS, the damage per second. That's what this character is good for. That's what the 2-bladed guy's good with. So what of the specializations could you really take advantage of that with? Well, if you think about it, the Tempest. Because the Tempest has an elixir that not only makes them more powerful, they go really fast. And there's another one that makes things go really slow. Getting a warning about